Dust had been collecting over several generations of a family of farmers who plowed the turning earth. But I was just a restless boy with saintly aspirations far beyond the humble village of my birth. So I gathered all the townsfolk in the town square I resented, 'cause in spite of it they liked me so I could draw a crowd. There I told them all of the departure I intended would commence a life of which I could be proud. I said I'm a character in a story that is larger than this place. I expect none of you will understand why I must go show this broken world the awesome grace entrusted to me by the author's hand. So off into the world I wended, troubles left and right were ended. I freed some kittens stuck in trees, I kissed some kids on bloody knees, and if I saw that a fence was broken, I made sure that the fence got mended. Thus I became a hero by degrees. Then I came to a tiny town, to call it that was charity. Living skeletons were loading dead ones on a wagon. Oh, say, I said, ye pitiful, the cause of such barbarity. They said, we are accursed of a dragon. He is burning all our farms, he is threatening our babies. He has occupied the forest from a gorge. Oh, he's ugly, and he smells so bad. Maybe he has rabies. I said, I'll stop him by our world of courage, George. By our ancient world of courage, fair Saint George. Oh, George, he was venerated by every child in England growing up. I always had his jersey on my bedroom wall, so this invocation of his name had set my spine a-tingling, as if 'twere fate this long-awaited call. Oh, I raised my sword, I sallied forth into the darkened forest, declaring I shall not return until I'd slain the beast. Oh, and yes, I have been sure before, but in that moment I was surest. When dawn arrives, these troubles will have ceased. Now no sooner had I crossed the tree line than I stood there face to face with the tallest and most fearsome dragon you have ever seen. You fiend, I cried, your time has come. You run your final race. He said, excellent, I've been waiting for this scene. Oh, I slashed him. I gnashed him. I took a lash and lashed him, so excessive was the violence, it was nearly pornographic. Oh, I crashed into him, bashed him. In the end, I'd nearly smashed him. He never stood a chance. It was almost tragic. But then something strange occurred to me. He wasn't even trying. It was almost, and this makes no sense, like he wanted me to win. He wasn't fighting back, he wasn't buying time by crying, and his teeth were bared, yes, but such isn't a grin. And then I saw like lightning in his mild eyes, deep down he was good. I said, the man who takes your life is someone I could never be. He said, yes, you can, and furthermore, we both know you should. You'll be doing nothing wrong to me. He said, we are characters in a story that is larger than us both. It is maybe even larger than this fight. And I understand you're hesitant, but remember, you took an oath. Now take up your sword and end the story right. So I returned to that tiny town with the good news that they'd awaited, and the legend quickly spread of the monster I had hunted, and I did my best to say to them that the truth's more complicated, but that's not the story anybody wanted. And now the world greets me with kindness so intense it leaves me staggered, and now you know, as I always have, how I'm not sure I deserve it. Am I the hero they all claim? Or am I some common blackguard? I'll confess the questions made me grow reserved and turn me into someone who's never sure what to say. When stories of his glories past are told, it's celebration. So I smile for the camera, do my best to slip away. And if someone traps me in a conversation, I just say we are characters in a story I don't really understand. The moral's so elusive when I most need it. These days I'm just looking around, trying to see the author's hand, and hoping one day we get to read it.